welcome back to episode 140. 140. Who would have thunk it?
Who would have? Not a lot of people.
No, they thought after one. Look at those two jokers. One and done.
Hey, YouTube has not blacklisted us. We are still here.
Yes.
Which I hear is happening a lot with wrestling stuff, but we're in the comedy section.
Yeah, so we're safe.
We are safe. When you want to watch comedy, you come to us.
We don't have nobody taking chair shots. Yet.
No.
Maybe a shot to the back, but it wasn't a chair shot.
That's true. There was a shot to the back. Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
And that one guy with that long blonde hair, he's probably taking a few headshots.
Mr. 80s.
Mr. 80s, man. He's probably taking a few headshots in his day. He was crazy.
Hey, yeah. Well, let's start off with some breaking news here.
Big time stuff here.
We got some fights. We got some yelling. We got calling some fans crazy people.
Right.
We got some Coke, not Coca-Cola either.
No.
Nose candy.
No, can't book of sugar. You know?
We got abuse. We got pictures. People's family members saying we have pictures of the abuse. We got people saying everything's okay. We got people blaming one people. We got cops involved.
The police saying it's one person being investigated. The other person saying it's them being investigated. What's going on is that Global Force Wrestling has suspended Alberto El Patron after an incident involving Paige at an Orlando airport. Where did you listen to the recording?
Oh, I listened to the recording.
I love the fact that the woman's like, "You need to leave her alone." By the way, I'm a big fan. I was like, really? Not the time for that.
Yeah. Time and place. Can
I get your autograph after you get done getting beat out?
Yes.
But supposedly, Paige's family has said that there are photographs of where Paige has been beaten by Del Rio. And Paige is saying that it had nothing to do with El Patron, that she was the one that was being held for domestic battery. Because she threw a drink on him, and that's why he smelled of alcohol. It wasn't because he was drunk.
Right.
Sitting at an airport, at a bar, not
drunk. Something with her uncle.
Did you see that?
He
That
made
was
a
awful.
remark. He made a remark.
Apparently, she wants to go back home because her uncle is dying. It's on his last days. Mm-hmm. And supposedly, El Patron has... which your name is alcohol, so that's a problem. So anyway,
Connection? I think not.
Right. Let's investigate this. Alberto apparently wished death upon her uncle, which, by gosh, how rude.
That is rude, yes.
I mean, what has her uncle ever done to him?
They both crazy.
They need to be separated from each other, and apparently her brother is saying she's going to turn into people like Amy Winehouse and then one other celebrity that he said something about. I can't remember who it was. Probably Whitney Houston or something. I don't know. Anyway.
It might have been. Yep, I think it might have been.
So I don't know who's messing with the coke, but if it's her, she's going to get herself fired.
We know that's coming.
That's another thing.
We know that's coming.
Apparently,
as soon as daughter give her the old, she's clear, you're fired.
Apparently they're saying that Alberto is ruining her to be able to go back because he doesn't want her to go back to WWE anyway. So that's why he keeps putting stuff out there.
That's what I thought.
Keeps putting stuff out there to sabotage her name so that they won't take her back. And then another person, I read this, what an interesting theory, is that what if Alberto was the one that put out the Paige nude videos in order to ruin her name so that WWE wouldn't take her back?
Wow.
How screwed up is that?
IndyCat doesn't appreciate it.
It's pretty screwed up. That's pretty loud though. But that is pretty screwed up.
IndyCat, shut up.
How's that? If he did that, then that, I mean, he needs some help.
Yeah.
So, and they're saying,
it says never say never.
But you don't think she's coming back?
I don't think we'll hear Paige's music again.
Right.
And I just hope nothing major happens to you know. I don't want to read that headline.
No. But I mean, is that what's going to come down to? Something major between the two of them before before all this is said and done? I mean, that's going to be bad.
Yeah.
So, but she claims that Alberto did not touch her any way possible. That the domestic battery was her because she threw alcohol on him. So apparently he said something to piss her off, which is apparently the thing about the uncle thing. But
that's what she said.
But the police report,
so many stories.
the police report is saying that Alberto is the one being investigated, not Paige.
Yes, the police sent him. She says it's her fault. Mentions that one story about somebody else throwing a drink on her. Then she threw the drink on him. Then we got the fans here taping, and then she talks bad about the fans, and then we hear them yell about Coke, and it's just...
And they didn't throw a Coke on each other.
No. I mean, it's crazy, and...
It is crazy.
And with Jeff and them suspending him?
Yes, but did you also... I saw where they did like a press conference type thing, and they're saying, a press release or whatever, and he's... Jeff is saying that it will further damage the brand if they were to edit out all the stuff with Alberto in it, so they're leaving him in there.
Yes.
That's why you shouldn't film so far ahead. Also, they're not going to strip him of the belt because that'll further tarnish the brand. Basically, what it sounds like to me is we're keeping him on payroll because he ain't going nowhere.
No, of course, he ain't going back to WWE.
Well, no, but at the same time, they're making it sound like what's more important is not the investigation and is not the potential abuse going on here.
No.
What's important is we got to keep the top guys in the company.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sorry. That's not important.
And pretty much they got him signed in for an August, I think it's 8th house show, their first house show, so...
If he's suspended, he better not be there.
Yeah, I got a feeling it'll all be cleared up by then.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
And they'll have their Global Force champion in the main event.
But I don't know. This whole thing is crazy. But if Jeff Jarrett thinks that what's more important is to keeping top guys in his company than getting rid of them because of abuse, especially if it's the police say yes, it was in fact true. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, you're further tarnishing your company by saying let's keep a top guy that's abusive. Because true. I'm sorry, the moment really. I promise you, the moment this would have happened, it was the same thing with Adam Rose that happened, even though there was nothing apparently that did happen. If this right here, the suspension thing, he would have been fired. If they would have suspended him because of the investigation, they would eventually have fired him.
I just hope we don't have another Chris Benoit situation.
Right.
Because that'll be really sad.
It would be. Absolutely. So let's hope it doesn't happen. She's really excited about breaking news.
Yeah, she is. Now let's go on to
a former
Ring of Honor champion.
Has not yet signed a contract as of this moment. We have not read that. But they did debut at the WWE NXT tapings that we last had. Yeah,
this past Thursday.
His partner just debuted on television for NXT, losing to Aleister Black in a hard-fought, back-and-forth, very long match.
Well, they said this match is a very...
And this match apparently was very long. Yeah. But this person also lost to Aleister Black. And we were talking about Kyle O'Reilly. They're saying it's very close to a deal being done.
Yes. Well, that's good.
Big news.
And maybe that's Hunter's way of saying, let's see how you like it. Your first match, you take a loss.
Right.
How do you react to that?
I mean, look at AJ Styles. He lost his first WrestleMania. He's still here. And look what happened to him. I mean, he's doing great.
Yeah, United States champion. Now you just need a tag team partner and Triple Crown champion.
Exactly.
Some stupid news from WWE. Exactly. Preach, IndyCat, preach. Vince McMahon, in all his knowledge, has ended Talking Smack as a weekly television show.
Yes, it will be on after every SmackDown pay-per-view, like they do with Raw Talk. Because Raw Talk was on or after every Raw, and they got rid of it. Only to be after Raw pay-per-views. Same thing now with Talking Smack, because they claim that they've been looking at the reports of the views on everything, and they're not up to par.
Well, if they worried about views and up to par, then they need to worry about Monday Night Raw.
True.
Because we definitely ain't up to par on views on that one. Are we, IndyCat? No, we're not.
We are not. And they also pulled Unfiltered with Renee Young, so she got 2 of her shows canceled in one day.
Well, like she said, she'll be back to this, and let me welcome my guest this time.
She'll be a backstage interview, which they got plenty of them, though.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I hope nothing happens.
All these new girls here.
Hope nothing happens to her.
Oh, I like her. I like Renee.
Really?
Or you may not, but I do. Oh.
But yes, so that is pretty stupid news there.
Yeah. Now we're going to talk about the Mae Young Classic.
Yes. If you just recently, this past week, they did the Parade of Champions, which is very funny. If you watch it, though, that's what I was going to talk to you about a while ago. If you...
That's
I just need a reminder.
Sidebar.
Yes.
Kind of.
Inside joke there. So if you watch it, though, it's like they talk about going straight into the action. Like Lita is saying, all right, so the same night as SummerSlam, right after the show, we're going to be talking about the bracketology and all. And Jim Ross is like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us, and let's get right to it. And I'm like, no, that's August 28th, actually. So they should have cut that off. He should have said, thank you for joining us on Facebook and YouTube and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And we hope you enjoyed the Parade of Champions. Like, good night!
Yeah.
And cut it off like that. He sounded like he was going straight into, let's go to the first match.
And I think they were going to the
Which
first
they
match.
obviously were, but not the way they were doing it on there, because it's not coming out till August 28th. But we do have the results. And we don't usually do spoilers, but guess what? It's out there.
So if you don't want to hear it, either stop playing this right now or put your fingers in your ears.
It's true, that works. But in round 1, the lone masked woman, which is not Kalisto's wife, did not look like her.
No, it did not look like Kalisto's wife.
Which it should have been. What was wrong with that, you know? But anyway, it was Princesa Sugehit. I don't know how to say it. Sugehit. Defeated Kay.
It's still hard with these
Li.
names because they only get it one time going
You only get one time and they run them through the ring. And I'm like, all right, got nothing. Defeated Kaylee Ray. That's an easy one to say.
Yes, Kaylee Ray.
She lost. And then your next match was the returning after like 8 years. The last time we saw her, she was getting herself in trouble because she was with the Straight Edge Society and she was not living the gimmick. Which, I mean, kayfabe is dead, so why care? But she was out the bars.
Like this, sometimes about this, and then sometimes they don't give a rat's ass.
Which, I mean, Luke Gallows, he drinks brewskis, so they didn't get him in trouble.
And Stephanie's mean on TV and sweet.
Right. So who cares? But Serena did get released because she drank alcohol while she was with the group, so that was weird. I really wonder if Luke Gallows was sober the whole time he was with that group, because he drinks alcohol, people.
I'm going to say no.
No.
You nerd.
Right. Serena Deeb. Is it Deeb? I guess it's Deeb. Serena defeated Vanessa Borne, which if you watched a recent NXT taping...
Not related to Matt Borne.
Not Borne, no. But if you watched a recent taping, Vanessa Borne did win a qualifying match.
Oh, yes.
So technically we did see her win something. So.
Yes. Well, we all can't win, so...
Go ahead.
Next was Shayna Baszler.
Yes, that's the MMA girl.
Defeated Zeda.
Yes, she's looks Japanese.
Could be Chinese because they did some Chinese.
They did hire some Chinese people. She made her debut in the Mae Young Classic. She had never wrestled anywhere else. Or TV debut. I'm sorry, TV.
And we had Piper Niven, who was Viper, and that's a big girl.
Well, her name was Viper.
She was Viper, yes. That was the one we saw last time. You know, we talked about them. We just went in Viper, and they said, "You're not going to go by Viper because it's Randy Orton."
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes, that's who. That's Viper.
Gotcha.
Yes, and she defeated Santana. Santana Garrett.
Not
yes.
Santino.
Not Santino. Did not make a return.
No, Santana Garrett did lose. Mia Yimwich is a former member of the Dollhouse with Taryn Terrell. 2 out of the 3 Dollhouse members in this very tournament defeated Sarah Logan, she is signed, which I was kind of surprised she lost because
I hate that she looks. I like her. I'm so like her character.
I do like Sarah Logan.
Yeah.
She seemed so happy in the middle of the ring when they were introducing everybody. She's really happy. But anyway, Sarah Logan is Crazy Mary Dobson.
Yes.
Which I kind of hope. I mean, I guess they don't really want a lot of crazies because they already got Nikki Cross. But
yeah. Can't have a lot of crazies.
Can't have a lot of crazies.
A little cowgirl. Farmer's daughter.
A little bit going on there, yeah. And then we got Mercedes Martinez.
Because I made a point, Daryl made a point about being from the farm. She's a farm girl.
So that's the gimmick they're going with. So Mercedes Martinez, which I've been reading a lot about what's going on with her, and they're saying that basically she said it was validation, like what she's all worked for. She was there in the original days of Evolve. She was like in Evolve 1. In the first few shows there. So she's been around for quite a while. And she's made a name for herself, and so they were basically saying, like, if it wasn't for girls like that, we wouldn't have a tournament like this.
That's true.
Because they've kind of paved the way for those indie girls. And she defeated Xia Li.
Which I think that's the Chinese girl.
She's the Chinese girl?
I think that's the Chinese girl, yes.
Well, Zeda definitely looked Chinese or Japanese.
They got a couple from both.
They do.
I mean, they're going on. They're global.
They are global, but you know that none of these are from Canada. They have no one representing Canada.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
That is wild.
It's like every other person in WWE is Canadian, so why couldn't they get a Canadian
I
for
can't
that?
find one Canadian woman? Jeez. We got Ripley defeating Miranda Salinas.
Salinas. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay. And we got Abbey Laith. I think it is Laith.
Abbey Laith, yes.
Defeating Jazzy Gabert.
That's the one. They may not show it on the actual show. She lost there, but later on in another episode, she's going to be in like a tag match. So we're not going to go over that yet. But at the end of that tag match, they did the same thing they did for Cedric Alexander, and they chanted, "Please sign Jazzy, please sign Jazzy."
Wow.
And Triple H came out. So if it's any indication of what happened with Cedric, we'll probably have her. I think she's from Germany or something.
Which ain't a bad thing.
No. We have Toni Storm defeating Alicia Raymond. That's what I'm going to say. Dakota Kai, but she was quite cute. She was a little petite little girl. Anyway, she defeated Kavita Devi,
who is another Indian girl.
Oh.
I think that's the girl that the Singh brothers were standing next to.
I saw a picture for that.
We had Candice LeRae defeat Renee Michelle.
Which Candice LeRae was a surprise. A lot of people did not think she was going to be in it, and then she became a favorite to win it, and if you've read the spoilers, it's very sad.
And Rachel Evers, which is Ellering's daughter.
And they mentioned that. I'm like, well, then let her use the name.
That's as bad as
literally, Jim Ross literally said, "This is Paul Ellering's daughter." Then don't say that then if you can't use it.
And she defeated Marty Bell, which is the other
Dollhouse
girl.
Yes, Dollhouse, yes. And then we have Bianca Belair, which another one that got over really well with the crowd. That's the one with the long hair that whips you in the face. Defeated Sage Beckett, which that is the girl that was the big girl that was in TNA, that Rosie Lotta Love.
Okay.
Sage Beckett, that's her. So wouldn't surprise me if they signed her too. But she's a lot smaller than she was, but she's still.
Well, speaking of girls who were in
size.
TNA, do you see where the other girl who was there for a while was on the show the other day?
Who are you talking about?
Oh,
what show?
NXT.
On NXT. She used to be in TNA.
Yes.
Not Thea Trinidad.
No, it was a big girl. She big tall girl.
What was her name?
If I knew her name, I could tell you. Yes.
Oh, I thought you were leading up to this.
No, I couldn't tell her name was.
So anticlimactic.
Yes.
Then we got Lacey Evans, who she is signed as well, but she defeated. Oh, how y'all doing? Earthquake
there.
Grant.
Yes, Indy Cat.
Defeated. I don't know how to say that. Tainara Koti. Sure, why not?
That's like I said, I was trying to pay attention to that one, and it got by real quick.
Yeah.
And we have in the last 2 matches, Nicole Savoy defeating Rena
probably.
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez. Wow, CCC. You know?
CCC, yes.
That's Gonzalez.
That's right. She related to somebody else. They mentioned that too. Ray.
Her dad was a wrestler.
Yes.
He wrestled for Shawn Michaels' promotion when he first started up. But a lot of people try to say she was related to Rudy Boy Gonzalez, who was the trainer at Shawn Michaels' school, and she's not related to Rudy Boy Gonzalez.
I think it was the guy who wrestled in WCW.
Probably.
So. And we had Kira San defeating Tessa Blanchard.
Yes, very sad about that. But that is the one that everybody said she would not be using the elbow drop. It is against the rules to use the elbow drop.
Because Bailey.
She won with the elbow drop. And she, at the Parade of Champions, showcased her elbow by doing that.
Yes. She got a pad with a star on it.
So it's like either A, I'm elbow dropping you, or B, I'm going to do like Chris Hero and just hit you in the face with it. So she used the elbow drop.
Stupidest thing in the world here.
I know, you can't have that move, because I do believe, maybe in Bianca Belair, she won her match with a spear. Oh, we can't do that because of Roman Reigns. People.
And Goldberg.
And Big Show used to do a spear. And Edge.
Big Show. And Edge.
Caitlyn. Nobody remembers her.
That's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people. And a lot of those were doing it at the same time. Who would have thunk it?
No, it's so stupid.
My gosh. Who cares? It's a different person, so there's a different variation.
And Bailey's is the Bailey to belly.
That should be her finisher.
That should be her finisher. Who cares? Okay, she has the elbow drop. That's a good way to set up her finisher. Get up, no, Bailey. Ooh.
Right.
Jeez Louise. Right. Well, next time we will do round 2.
Yes, we will do round 2 next time.
But next up, we're going to do the Pro Wrestling Review, the Monday Night Wars, June the 24th.
Everybody loves it.
Through July the 15th of 1996.
And it's starting to get good now because we do know that Scott Hall
starting to get what?
Good.
Oh.
Starting to get good.
That's it. That's better.
Good. Because we do know Scott Hall, last week when we filmed this, I talked to you about this because I'm a WCW guy, that Scott Hall come out during one of those matches that was like no contest.
And you go, I know why that wasn't no contest.
I know why. Because the Mauler was out there. The Mauler made it happen. No, Scott Hall made that happen. Yes. So we do know that the NWO is in the infant stages here. So that means that the show is about to get good.
And they're fixing to get on their 88-week run.
Exactly.
When you go like a little bit... You can see that these are hour Raws and 2-hour Nitros.
Yeah, because I started last week where there was an hour and then 2 hour. And we continue with that.
Oh, yes.
Goodness.
You see how small that Raws are. Welcome on back to part 2. I'm Mike Hogan.
I'm just a guy.
And this is IndyCat, who will be gone when we come back.
Amen.
And that's Pierre over there, so come on back to Top Rope Reality on YouTube. We'll see in a few clicks.